Hey, what up, folks? AJ with Hippie Fertilizing. You know, just out here supporting soil biology, spreading the good word on how I like to call it holistic or regenerative lawn care. It's definitely a growing thing in agriculture, but it should really be a growing thing in lawn maintenance, landscape maintenance, and arboriculture. Okay? And I say that because every year is different. Rain, drought, here in the Houston, Texas area last year, we had freezing temperatures for a solid week. And through all this, okay, I've learned one thing. I mean, I knew it, but I got to experience it so far on like every level of extremes, from wet to dry to bugs to more bugs to pest to disease, you name it. And what I've come to see be true all the time is when you focus on supporting soil biology, you win. Okay? You help your lawn, your landscape, your trees be more resilient to the extremes that weather is and will offer. It happens. It's gonna happen. It's never gonna stop. The climate changes day to day, month to month, year to year. I've been out here doing lawn care for about 12 years now. I've been doing this fertilizing for about 6. Every year. We don't exactly know what we're going to get. There are patterns, right? But the patterns are always pretty darn extreme. So with saying that, kind of something that's been brewing in my thoughts lately is when stuff changes. Number 1, don't freak out. Because what tends to happen is we freak out a little bit. And I want y'all to kind of notice while I'm walking, you see this lawn behind me? That's one of the lawns I take care of. And across the street is another one that I take care of. Look at how miraculous it looks, right? And we've been managing this lawn naturally for the last few years. This year has been the best, though. I switched up some things. I'll talk more about that in a minute. Again, going back to when things change, don't freak out. Okay? We kind of want our lawns green, beautiful, lush, thick, all year long. And sometimes we have expectations that are a little, too much, for the lack of better terms at the moment. And I want to remind people, hey, when weathers, go through different changes, you're going to see some changes in your lawn. Heat stress, drought stress, cold stress, wet stress. Yeah, it's a thing, okay? Too much water creates anaerobic bacteria or anaerobic conditions in your soil, so it kind of kills off some of your good bacteria when it's wet for too long. I mean, weather throws a lot of things at us, and us having the tools at our fingertips these days, we can manage it better than ever, right? But I'm going to encourage you to do it in a holistic, regenerative manner. What does that mean? Like I've said in my past videos, if you watch, do you use bioinoculants? Do you use biostimulants? Stuff that's going to add good bacteria, fungi? And I repeat myself a lot, and I apologize if you've heard these things before, but it's I've had to be reminded in my own industry, and I'm really good at what I do. Reputation in my area is amazing, but sometimes I question myself. So I'm reminding you, because you're going to go through stuff and you're like, man, does this really work? Right? And I'm going to say, look, soils, plants, turf, everything is just like us in a sense. You can take very good care of yourself. It doesn't mean you're not going to get sick. All right? Doesn't mean you're not going to have good days and bad days. All that sort of stuff. But the better you take care of yourself, the better you can bounce back. Stuff like that. So, feed the soil, bioinoculants, biostimulants. And what I've found is that a hybrid system really, really works incredibly well in terms of, early in the season, add some synthetic nitrogens, but put down something that's a stabilized carbon source with it, like humic acid, right? Put down a little bit of compost with it so you can re-enrich your soil with organic matter, okay? It's going to help that nitrogen be more efficient for you. So as we go in further into summer, it's the middle of June. We still got July, August, half of September, all of September, who knows, right? That it's going to be hot, potentially really dry, and I'm going to say, hey, look, stay the course on, feeding your lawn. If you got St. Augustine, mow it real high, preferably after 2 blunts. I'm just joking. That was a joke. But yeah, the higher your St. Augustine, the better it's going to be more heat and drought resistant. And right now, do not put high nitrogen products on your lawn. Stay away from fungicides. Stay away from insecticides. Stay away from herbicides. All those have a drastic impact on your soil biology, your root health, even moisture and water porosity, retention, things like that. Like when you water your lawn, how much is your lawn really receiving that water? How much is it utilizing that water? Well, when we got good amounts of bacteria and fungi in the soil, right, it's utilizing it way more effectively than if we don't. So you got like person A and person B, I water every day for 10 minutes and you can't tell. Okay, on my lawn, right, I water once every 2 weeks. I let it turn a little rough looking, and then boom, soak it for a day, and it's an incredible difference. And I've literally killed my own lawn a few times just to see how I could bring it back. We've done better this year than ever. So I just kind of want to remind you, if you're new at this, number one thing I think people make a mistake of is like freaking out and doing too much. Now, if you're loading down like your lawn with, say, molasses, humic acid, seaweed, if you're saturating it in the soil incredibly well, then you're better off. But if you're putting a heavy load down and not giving your lawn a good water saturation to really soak that stuff in your soil profile, then you're not doing as much justice as you think you are. And what I tend to see is people will, have maybe chinch bugs flare up in the summer, or just heat stress, right? And you're like, oh, I'll put down more weed and feed, and I'll put down more fertilizer to get it to green up. No. Stop it. Is that consistent with supporting soil biology? It is not. Okay? We want to help reduce the stress of your lawn. Okay? Sorry it's a little bit longer, but I just kind of wanted y'all to see behind me. Look at this. Look at this immaculate lawn. Right? And I don't know how well you can see it over there. Boom! I mean, yeah, there's like a little bit of heat stress patch right there, but still, that lawn is looking really, really good. So if you have any like questions or statements, concerns, I'm open to I try and respond to the comments on my videos, but if you would, give it a like, give it a share. Tell me what you think about it. Check out hippiefertilizing.com, and I'll see you soon. Peace.